welcome everyone back to the YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
We are here with rapper Controversy. He is releasing his third album, a masterpiece in his own words. My name is Oscar, aka Escritor Callejero. I am a poet, writer, fiction writer, freestyle rapper as well. So I'm within the world of rapping. I'm a barista. If you ever guys want a coffee, I can make you mean coffee for sure.
I've looked at those stories, man.
Very nice. Yeah. But today we are doing the job of interviewing the artist, the man of the moment, the man of the hour. Ricardo, your work, Ricardo Controversy, is putting up his fourth album, as we said before. Third album, as we said before, and it's called
Here Forever.
Here Forever, baby.
Yes, sir.
By the time you guys watch this interview, it should now be linked. It should now be able to see it. If you're watching this later in the future, go check it out. It will be linked down in the description below. And we are giving life back to your YouTube channel as well. I know you've been gone for a little bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been like 5 months.
5 months.
It's been 5 months. It's been a while. I just been caught up with this album. You know, just the creative process, just making each song. It's been tedious. It's been very tedious from mixing, producing my own beats as well. Like, this is the first time I'm actually going more hands-on with my work. I would say in the past, me being a beginning rapper, not having the skill set to produce yet, I mostly, kept getting beats from YouTube, right? Like any of your typical DIY musician would do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But this project has been it's been fun producing it,
and it's a big project as well.
It's a big project, 20 songs, 6 features. It's been exhausting, man.
Yes,
but it's also been exciting too. Like, just working with you. First off, this man is on the album. Working with this man.
Yeah, I'm honored. By the way. Yeah.
Slick Dice, epic writer. My man Ghost, Phoenix, and
shout out to everyone. They're gonna be linked as well.
Chris as well. They've all done their part for the most part.
Yeah.
They've all contributed to the album, and again, I'm grateful for everybody that was a part of it. The producers.
Yeah, because you're near the end, pretty much, right? You are in the ending stages of it. How long did it take you to from when you began working on this album to now when we're recording the interview?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been
it's a long time in writing, the lab.
Yeah. Writing, recording, even just coming up with the song ideas and kind of just playing around in GarageBand, trying to figure out what beat fits the concept. It's been a huge process from coming up with the concept, the beat, writing, recording. And even mixing too. Mixing is the one thing that's taken me so long. That's the one thing.
What is that?
I'm just a huge perfectionist, man.
Yeah.
I'm a huge perfectionist. I just, I'm never satisfied with the first mix. I'm somebody who, I really do want to reach a certain balance, right? With my voice and the beat.
And you go draft after draft after draft until it sounds just like the way you like it.
That's how it's been,
When is that point for you? Let's dive into your process. When you're working, I know there's a bunch of aspects to the interview. Not just the concept of your album, the collaboration, the idea behind it, how everything came to get you to this point. But when it comes to your creative process, when is the sound correct for you?
Like, as far as mixing?
When do you say this song is ready, I need to let it go, and then what it is, it will be forever?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, it takes a while to get there.
Okay.
It takes a while, a long time to get there. It really is when I can hear my voice to a good enough degree where it's not too loud or too quiet, and it's also when the beat is obviously not too loud or too quiet, but just right.
Okay.
To where there's kind of like an equilibrium. I can hear the beat and I can hear my voice.
Is it hard to explain to people who are not, trained when it comes to listening to it? Because they might say, "Oh, it sounds right."
No, for sure.
But when you've been doing this for a long time, you're just like,
4 years, man. 4 years. I've been doing this for 4 years, rapping, producing. I got into producing like well into 2 years. But yeah, you know, when I was first making music, I was like everybody else. I didn't really have the knowledge, the capability to really find out what is a good mix.
Yes.
You know, I used to record on my phone.
Yeah.
So, and...
But you had like an ear for like what musically sounded good to you originally, right?
Yeah, originally I had an ear for it. The mix sometimes was a little bit shabby. It was kind of rusty.
Okay, you know, fair enough. Yeah, you're learning.
The beat, but as far as my microphone, I was just recording under my phone, so it wasn't the greatest of quality. It was a little bit, what I say, it's kind of hard to hear, you know, it always sounded raspy, static, right, you know, and that was because I didn't have the experience, the ear, like you said it yourself.
Yeah, and you can listen to it in your first couple songs as well, in your first album.
Oh yeah, I mean, you want to talk about like evolution. I think that when it comes to me as an artist, I've definitely evolved a lot, you know, from my first album. You know, you can definitely hear a difference from the first, the second, my newest stuff, and even this album. You know, I'm really just trying to put a lot of effort going into this project because I don't want to make the same mistakes I made with my first 2 albums.
To show that you would learn and you've grown as well. Yeah, because from your first couple songs, your first couple albums, it's a distinct, you know, regard to the one that we have now.
Yeah.
What kind of sounds can we expect from this album? What's the trademark that it's gonna be like, you know, are you going experimental mode? Are you going for what is gonna be the banger for what is considered the mainstream appealing sounds of nowadays? Are you going like drill? I don't know. Are you going classic boom bap? Are you going, I don't know, for a faster BPM? What's the flavor of this album?
It's really just a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Right, you know, you have
experimenting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you know, I think when it comes to my first 2 albums, I was kind of following a sound that was already created for me through YouTube.
Oh wow, interesting.
You know, like with the first album, it was a lot of these kind of moody, lo-fi beats.
Fair enough. Yeah.
To just talk about my life, you know. Ricardo Bravo, the human being, not just the rapper. The second album was more tapping into these, you know, trendy radio production, whether you had, you know, the smooth melodic crooning on a song like The Way You Move, which is one of my biggest songs to date, and I don't even know why it is.
Yeah, no, you were talking about it. It was just one day you just woke up after months or weeks of having the song out there, and then just it blew up.
Yeah, that to me is insane. But you know, for this album, it's really a mix of everything. You know, I think that when it comes to artists like Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, what I love about these guys is that they're always bringing something new, something refreshing with their projects. It's not the same constant, you know, production, the same theme, the same concept. And I kind of am inspired by those guys when it comes to, you know, the production aspect of this album. You have jazz, you have you know, these electronic sounds here and there, some boom bap, obviously, with the song hip hop.
Hip hop, yeah. Great song. Go check it out. That was one of my favorites of the entire album. It's a huge ode to what hip hop is, especially now that it's, you know, half a century of this culture, of this musical style that we try to keep alive. Yeah, somehow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It gave us so much, and we're trying to get back something to it. Yeah.
And I think like that's the whole point on why I'm doing this, right? You know, to give something back. My goal since I started making music at the age of 14 was to give back to the people, right? To make music that resonates with the world. You know, like if you're going through something, an experience, and I'm rapping about that experience that you've gone through already, like I hope that that resonates with you and it's able to lift you up out of your, you know, your struggles, and maybe it helps you, you know, overcome that obstacle. That's kind of my main goal, just to resonate with the people.
Interesting.
You know, that's why.
Well, certainly there's a couple songs that, you know, tap into things very personal to you, very deep to you, that lets the audience know, you know, this is fun, this is good, this is to listen to, but it's also to internalize, you know, to know that there's a piece of everyone that can be found in this huge 20-piece work. You know, there's the song that we collaborated in. You know, Distant, it touches in a part of your culture, something that is true to you. Then you go into something that is the first song, Here Forever, where you open with a banger when you're just, you know, telling things as they are, where you show your maturity as a rapper and everything. And then you have other collaborations with a couple artists that go into more mature themes that also can resonate not just with you at this age, but with other young individuals out there who are lost in work or trying to find their niche, their place. And that's one of the collaborations that you have with your friend from Japan, you know, who's out there doing his thing.
Shout out to Epic Rider.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's you know, there's a lot of guys, a lot of rappers in the community that I've collaborated with that I just respect immensely. I mean, you have Ghost, Phoenix, Chris, obviously, Epic Rider, you know, but what I love about him is that he's such an innovator. I've always found him to be just different from all the other rappers because he doesn't rap over your typical rap beats, you know, he really taps into other influences, right? You have this 80s disco production on a song like and then you have like these sort of dark, moody synths on a project like Bodies of Our Spirits, which if you guys want to go check that out, man, I recommend it. It's a nice project.
Go check it out. Yeah, go give some love and tell him that, you know, Controversy and Stray Riders send you there. Make sure to keep elevating this community together.
Yeah, but he's I find him one of the he's more talented in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, I always love working with him. We have a song on the album called Alone. And he produced that beat, and I don't think you've heard it because
I don't think I've heard it.
Yeah, there's still a couple of songs that you've heard, and there's some that you haven't.
Yeah.
But that was one of them, and yeah, he's just a blast to collaborate with, man. He's a great mixer. He also mixes as well. He produces. A great rapper. He also now makes his own little short videos as well. So yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite rappers in the community, and he's someone that I'm always looking forward to work with and to listen to as far as his own music goes.
Interesting. So with Epic, that's Alone, right?
Alone.
Yeah. But let's go to the beginning. I want to go into the soul of the album. Yeah. You know, what's the you know, you have the things that give vitality to the human being. You know, you have the brain, you have the heart, you have the stomach, what feeds you. What you would say are the most important parts. Everything is important, right, for the body to work. But for the body of your creation, what are those highlights? What are those songs that will keep you in the loop? That will let people know here is Controversy. You know, making his mark in the rap world.
Man, there's a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, we can start with.
Yeah. There's definitely
with Future.
It's quality. Yeah.
Yeah. Future. I think I had the privilege to listen to it. It's a look into your future self. A look into your worries. A look into the worries of the everyday individual. Yeah,
I mean, that song, it's really just me kind of talking about my desires, right? You know, like, you know, I'm 20 years old, and where do I want to be in a couple of years after college, right? And that song basically is me kind of looking into the future, kind of what I want in a couple of years, whether it's, you know, having kids, starting a family one day, just finally finding that, you know, perfect person I can spend the rest of my life with.
Or
and yeah, it's just me kind of accepting the fact that, you know, in a couple of years I'll have to be a lot more mature. Definitely, I'll have to start acting like, you know, an adult, obviously, in the working world. You know? But yeah, that's definitely one of the highlights off the album, I would say. Because the listener can really get a sense of, okay, like this is where he kind of wants to be, like in a couple of years. And I think if you're talking about family, if you're talking about the need to have kids, or just the need to find that perfect partner in life, I think that those two themes can resonate with just about you know, any individual my age that maybe doesn't have that stuff yet.
Yeah.
Or, you know, hasn't gone through those experiences.
I think that's very, very cool. It's an interesting exercise that you do. Because mostly when I think of musicians, of rappers, they talk about what they're living currently in their lives and beginning of their careers, what they've experienced, things from the past that they are able to, you know, put into pen and paper and then let out into the world.
Oh, yeah.
But this is you living this kind of that picture of the right now of your past, of your hopes for the future.
Yeah.
So none of us know where we will be, what will happen. But I'm curious to see, like in a couple of years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, or however time we stay alive, you know, hopefully a long time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man, damn.
Yeah, what would the older Ricardo think of Ricardo nowadays? Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, exactly. Like, would you accomplish all the things that you wanted to?
Yeah. I think that with the song Future, that's kind of just me having a rough outlook on, you know, okay, these are the things that I want in the future. But I mean, like you said yourself, like who guarantees me that this will actually happen? You know, life is, I've always said this to myself, life is very unexpected.
Yeah, for sure.
Good and bad things that happen to you. I think that as far as the older Ricardo, it's kind of tough to say.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you would hope that you would be a better man, you know, more complete man.
Definitely more, just acting like more of an adult, more of a stand-up individual. I think that the older Ricardo, what I definitely know that I would tell myself now, my past self, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't worry too much. Don't worry too much about it. I think that there's times where I tend to worry too much about this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, it's not gonna work out, or maybe I might mess something up. And in the long run, like something might go wrong. But I think that one thing that I have to stop doing, and that I'll definitely tell myself is that, hey, like don't think about it too much. You know, like I'm still 20 years old. I'm still pretty young. I still have so much time left, man. And I think that right now, the one thing that definitely concerns me a lot more is just my college degree. I'm just trying to knock out all these classes. Trying to, you know, just continue.
Keep moving. Not remain static.
Not really get into my head too much.
Interesting.
That's just, and in this day and age where the world is constantly, you know, spinning and moving forward, there's really no time to look back and, you know, have remorse, really.
It's hard, isn't it? Like, you feel like you're the protagonist of your story, and all of a sudden you realize that everything else doesn't seem to care. So you gotta, you know, just be like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I do my own thing. I contribute as much as I can. Try to be a decent human being, and then, you know, it will be what it will be.
I mean, even if you're talking about that, I've always just, what's kept me motivated throughout all these years is just continuing to focus on the next thing.
The next
thing. I got this done, boom. What's next? I got this done, boom, boom. And just kind of continue to go forward, right? Not to not let what bothers me get to me, basically.
Does it get tiring sometimes? Overwhelming?
You know what? Like, yeah.
Shit. Like right now, like, I never remember seeing you before, and you were like, "I'm doing this thing, man. I'm so excited." And now I see you just behind cameras, like, "Shit, man. I'm kind of done."
I mean, no, it definitely.
But it's part of the process, I suppose, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does get tiring just having to, you know, because I'm a very quiet guy. I'm a very quiet guy, and there's just a lot of things that bother me.
And he doesn't sound very, very quiet in some of those songs. Let me tell you, he spits. Boy's spitting. I'm like, goddamn, I wouldn't mess with that guy. I probably would, but yeah. No, just kidding.
No, but I think that there's certain times where I kind of get into my head a little bit. You know, I kind of worry too much about being single, right? Like continue, like just not finding that special person, right? And just maybe not like becoming the man I want to be.
disappointing yourself.
Yeah. So there's times where it does get kind of exhausting because I still don't have that perfect person in my life. I still I'll be honest, I'm a very innocent guy. Like there's still a lot of things about the real world.
There's not that much malice within your heart.
No, I don't. Like I still haven't. There's still a lot of things about the real world I don't know. But I'm learning. I think that what keeps me going is just learning something new every day.
Yeah.
And continue to just focus on myself, focus on what I do know. Like college, basically.
Well,
and being a student.
Yeah, no, that's all we can do. If I can offer you any piece of advice, I've made plenty of mistakes. I sometimes consider myself kind of the screw up of my family. It's kind of harsh for myself, but
me too.
I think I'm thankful that I'm doing the things that I love now. I'm doing literature, I'm doing philosophy, that's what I study. And one thing that I've come to realize is, you gotta be humble about your intellect, about how much you know. You gotta realize that you can be brilliant in one thing, but a complete fool in other things. Like, exactly. Exactly.
You're not going to accept that.
Exactly. You're gonna be like, man.
It's tough.
You will never know everything that there is to know, but that's okay.
Yeah, and it's tough though, man. I think that most of the time, I consider myself, I'm not saying I'm one of the greatest rappers.
Yeah.
I still have a lot more learning and nurturing to do, obviously.
Because we see that a lot in Reminisce, right? The other song that is at the beginning of the album is you going back into that part of yourself.
Yeah, right? Just kind of going to the past and, kind of remembering the memories I used to have with old friends. I think that was maybe a time in my life when, I was just a kid, right? I was way more innocent. I didn't have really a conscience of the world as I maybe have now. So I think that when you're a kid, you tend to be more free-spirited, You're not really too into your head that much, and maybe part of me misses a time when
that innocence.
A time when maybe I wasn't so caught up in my mind, so worried about some of these things, because you still don't have any conscience of it. But I think that with Reminisce, it kind of directly ties into the song Get Up, where I'm kind of just talking about there's this motivational sort of upbeat production that's going on here, and that tends to reflect kind of that, he may be a little bit reminiscent, maybe kind of missing that part of his life and feeling somewhat of sadness for it.
Yes.
I think that Get Up is an example of a song where you kind of, it's triumphant, it's motivational, and I kind of just, making that song, it helped me.
Yeah.
Because, it really helps me know that, not everything's gonna always be the same, in the future life, for me, it may be different. I may finally reach a point in life where maybe I'm good. I won't necessarily have to continue to overthink things or worry about things that, still haven't happened yet.
Yeah, I think that, no, you're right. The spirit of it, from what I've heard, is, if I could put it in any other words, would be yes, it's fun, it's safe, feels safe to go back into the memories of oneself, into the past, but always remember to not let that fire cease to burn,
No,
it's still there, it's still going strong, and it's still giving you that heat, that warmth that you need to realize that there's more to it, there's more to explore. It's gotta keep on burning, and regardless of where you end up, not let it die.
Oh, yes.
That was the feeling that I got, and it's a different song. It's a song that is, it's energetic from the get-go.
No, it is. Yeah. That's the whole point of Get Up. You have Future, where I'm kind of talking about where I want to be in the future. You have Reminisce, where I'm, obviously reminiscing on the past, and you have Get Up, where I'm talking about, okay, this is where I'm at now. I'm a lot more focused now. I'm a lot more mature about, love.
Yeah.
And, I'm just more concerned now on just really focusing on my college degree, and just continuing to, do what I gotta do now in order to provide for my future later. Whether it's like saving up money to buy my own
for yourself, your
my
own
first
place.
apartment, my first place, or just getting that graphic design job. I'm just really more concerned now. Like these are the things that keep me going, keep me motivated. Kind of just telling myself that everything's gonna be all right if I just continue to not lose sight on what matters most, whether it's family, college, music. And man, that's what's kept me motivated throughout all these years.
So we were saying your style is highly biographical, so it must be complicated to keep on digging into your own experiences, to to feed 20 songs, an album that is 20 songs.
Yeah, and if you're talking about 20 songs, I didn't even have to do 20 songs. I didn't.
Yeah.
I could have done like 14, 13, 11, and boom, call it a day. But the way I see it, I've been doing this for 4 years, and this is my 3rd album.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something special for it, whether it's the features, the production, just giving people as much music as I can with this project. Because not only am I going to go on a hiatus, right, but...
Damn, you heard it first.
Yeah, man.
You heard it here, folks. Yeah, he's going away. He's abandoning us. Why? No,
I just need a break, man. I need a break, man. It's, the way I make music nowadays, it's so tedious. It's so tedious. It's exhausting. I love rap. I love hip hop. I love listening to it. I love making it. But there's just certain times where I just want to sit down spend time with the family, watch a movie. Really enjoy life more. Yeah. Because I'm somebody who, to be honest with you, when it comes to music, just anything in general, I take everything so serious. I'm a very focused human being.
So you're taking care of yourself, separating the life of the artist from not invading the personal relations of Ricardo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though you draw a lot of inspirations from your everyday life, they gotta be happy each one their place.
No, they do. And as far as this album, while I have enjoyed making it, it's definitely gonna be my last one, in a while. To be honest with you, it's I don't know, because in a couple of years, I'll be in PSU, right?
Yeah.
And who knows if I'll even have time to make music during my time there.
Yeah.
So as far as my 4th album, that might not be till years from now. To be honest with you.
Interesting.
Because just the way I make music now, it's just so tedious. And but if it's tedious, because I put a lot of quality. I do try to make it the best thing, or just the best thing possible, right?
Is it something that we hear a little bit of in Perfect? Or is Perfect? So what is Perfect, man? Tell me. I'm sure they want to know.
I'm sure everybody wants to know what that song is,
That's why they gotta go listen to it in streaming service, Spotify.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect is just a song that, I don't want people to think it's a love song, first of all.
Oh, damn, okay.
Oh, is that what you thought?
No, is it?
No.
Bro, is that a love song?
No.
God damn.
Well, if you listen to the production, you have this calm, lo-fi beat, very moody, something you would probably play, on a late night drive with your girl.
Okay.
Looking out into the sunset.
Hey, this boy is hurting, man. This boy is hurting. Let me tell you, there is more than one perfect person for everyone.
No,
yeah, bro. You'll be alright.
No.
He's gonna be crying off camera right now.
No.
Okay, no. Just
but Perfect is a song where I'm talking about the importance of finding that perfect partner. But then again, we have to say that nobody's perfect, obviously.
Yeah.
But with that song specifically, I'm trying to tell the listener, hey, don't fail. If you like somebody, you better make sure it's that somebody.
Interesting.
And it's that special somebody. Because, in a couple of years, you may accelerate yourself. You may get married, and then you may have already spent 10 years, 20 years, who knows how long with this person, just to find out that she wasn't the one. She wasn't perfect.
Well, that's part of love, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think there's
Make mistakes.
any love worth having if there's no risk involved in it.
Yeah.
That's why you take that leap of faith. You
Yeah, but I
trust that in that moment.
I did it. I did it.
Yeah, no, I know, but like that's the thing. Like,
Obviously.
you trust that it's gonna work out, that you are
Yeah.
gonna grow in a manner that is gonna be good for us, that will allow each other to flourish.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because like, let me ask you, for you, how would you define what is perfect?
like the perfect girl.
Just whatever is perfect.
Whatever it is, perfect.
Perfection.
You know, if you're talking about love,
Mhm.
just make sure that you're attracted to her. And if you are attracted to that person, what is it about her that attracts you? Is it her hair, her eyes, her smile, her face, you know, her physical appearance? Or just, you know, is she funny?
Mhm.
Is she kind? Is she considerate? Unselfish? Does she listen to you when you have something to say?
Yeah.
Just make sure you pinpoint, okay, what is the quality that makes me attracted to this girl and that makes her, in my eyes, perfect? Because if you just kind of go into it and make yourself think that, oh, you know, like, yeah, like I do like her.
Yeah.
Like I do love her, but love is such a strong word, man.
Yeah.
It's a strong word, and
Yeah, you know, for us, we don't say "I love you."
yeah,
just like
that's
that.
the thing.
Even
I don't
in
like saying that
Spanish.
word.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
saying that word, man, because you really have to be
Mm.
sure yourself. Like,
Yeah.
is she perfect, right? You know,
Is
so-
this who I want?
Yeah, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. I'm not trying to kind of go into this just to go into it, right? I have to actually feel a connection.
Mm.
Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time with somebody that, like, I don't really even feel anything for, right?
Mm.
You know, so that song is basically just
Someone just
trying
to
listen.
fill the emptiness or the silence.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that song is just telling the listener, like, you know, it's important for you to find someone that you feel like is the one.
Mm.
Basically, you know, I mean, because for me, I don't necessarily want to, like, for the next person I find, whenever that'll be, you know,
Mhm.
I'm obviously, I can't predict the future, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask myself, okay, but like this time around, we're talking years from now, like, is this the one that you want to go with? That you want to spend, you know, your afternoon?
You want to have that certainty.
You want to have that connection, right? Because I'm not trying to make the same mistake that I made with my shit.
With past.
Yeah, with my past girl.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really want to be sure this time. I really want to be sure. You know, or else I'm just wasting my time, and it's just it just makes life sour
Interesting.
in the end, man. You know, you really have to just find that perfect partner. That's the main message of that song. Like, you know, find someone that's gonna make you happy, basically.
That's what was engaging to me in that sense, because I have different notions of the perfection of an individual, of a person. I think it's very hard to like be able to pinpoint
It is,
exactly
obviously it
what it is about a person. I think it's more of an all-encompassing everything that makes them unique, makes them right for you. But that's what was engaging to me. So like, I mean, I differ with those notions. And
really?
Yeah, but it's cool though. It's cool.
No,
Because it's love is such a wide array of emotions that you can have, and I think just perfect. It's a nice nudge in the right direction. So I want to be loved. I want to be able to love someone and receive that back and feel good with this person, and like I said before, flourish together as a couple. Yeah. But let's go into another one after that. You know, that deep dive into it.
The substance.
The substance. Will you stay? That seems to me like an other love song, but not for someone specific.
The titles, like.
I think we talked about this before.
Don't worry about what titles I put onto these songs.
Yeah. Because it's for the people out there, the people that are listening to us, watching us. It's for you guys that validated the experience of rapping for you, especially that kind of vindicated your efforts, that said we're listening to you, and you're asking them, well, I'm an artist that is characterized by evolving, by evolution, by change, by experimentation.
Exactly. Yeah.
As I continue to evolve and to take my time with this rapping game, will they keep on listening?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just that's a song right there that again, I mean, you said it perfectly, man. You know, just kind of asking the listeners, like, will you stay? You know, as time goes on, as I slowly diverge from, you know, the hit songs that made me, I guess, be the artist on streaming services that I now am, whether it's the way you move one day or how it goes. And as I diverge and continue to evolve as a human being, as a rapper, and come in with new production, new themes that maybe in the future, maybe a little bit more deep, more complicated to understand. Will you stay? Like, will you continue to listen to me? Will you continue to make an effort to try to understand my ideas, my message, right?
Will I become a classic at one point?
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean...
No, I guess that's the thing, you know? In a world right now where it's just immediacy is what is keeping people engaged. The newest stuff, the thing that is quicker, that I can digest so much easier, and then turn the page and then keep going on to the next thing. I think that's the challenge and the true mark of an artist that is able to put out something of such quality and such connection with others that becomes a classic, you know, that becomes something that just connects with people. If we're thinking like, in my field, for example, in literature, you have the Shakespeares, you have the Cervantes, you have the Gabriel Garcia Marquez and the Fuentes in Mexico. Here, the Toni Morrisons, the ones that we read in schools or that are read in universities and stuff like that. In the rap game, you have the classic debates of the OGs, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, and the new people coming along that are cemented now. You mentioned, you know, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. And in Latin America, we have a bunch of them, the legendary ones. You know, rap is big in the rest of the world as well. For us, is Tego Calderon, Vico C, Canserbero, KCO, Asesino in the freestyle world. Yes. Exactly. So you have all those big names. Cartel de Santa in Mexico, that is, you know, people listen to it here. Was Cedar Hills, I think is that the Chicano band from here. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong. Don't tell me. So people like that who are able to stand the test of time. You know.
Man, bro, I think that in our day and age. That's tough to do, you know. I think
because it's a big ask. You know, will you stay with me? Will you hang in there?
There's so many rappers. There's a lot of rapping nowadays. Most of them come and go. There's a lot of one-hit wonders out there. And with that song, you know, that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like I'm still trying to do this in a couple of years as time goes on, and I'm basically, you know, just, and even with this album, Here Forever. That's kind of the whole theme of it. Just trying to make music that really stands the test of time.
So for you, what is that timeless song? You know, what is that? Because we have our influences, you know? I grew up with rap in Spanish mostly. I didn't like the culture back in the day. I thought, you know, it was kind of for thoughts or...
Might have to cancel you?
But I've always... So there's this freestyler, a Spanish freestyler, his name is Bennett. He says that there's two kinds of people in this world. Those that, when they hear a boom bap, they rub their head back and forth, following, and those who do not. Incredibly productive statement, of course, right? But there's more to it than that. But there was a connection to me when it came to that, because the first rap song or album that I remember vividly listening to was a Tupac CD that my dad had.
Classic.
I didn't know what he was saying. I spoke no English, but I was like, I like this. I like this shit. This is good. This is good.
It's Tupac.
And then I rediscovered it later in life, and that influenced me. To me, my influences are distinct. But to you, what are those things that have stayed with you and that have made you wanting to do this, to undertake this project?
I could pull up so many names. So many names.
All right. My boy is literate in the hip hop world, bro. Nobody taught him nothing. I know nothing compared to what he knows. Yes.
You know, the first guy that made me want to start rapping was Tupac himself.
Tupac himself,
man. You know, I remember hearing Hit 'Em Up for the first time, which is one of the best diss tracks of all time, you know, next to Ice Cube's No Baseline. And Mob, I mean, if you want to like talk about, you know, straight out of Compton as well.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and it's just like when I first heard that, I was just captivated by just his delivery, his flow, like how aggressive he was and how unapologetic he was, you know, towards just calling out Biggie, saying, you know, I fucked your wife, like just being so. Yeah, that was like the first time I was like, holy crap, what am I listening to? I was amazed because I've never heard that type of rap before.
Yeah.
You know, I was mostly accustomed to what was currently out. You know, you had Drake, you had Kodak Black, you had 21 Savage.
Okay.
You know, just me kind of not completely having a wide understanding of the genre like I do have now.
You had like a small, the current piece of it, you didn't have the background.
Yeah, I didn't have like I didn't know who Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, I didn't know who none of those guys was. And when I first listened to him, I was just captivated. Like, he's making something out of nothing, right? Like a small little instrumental and bringing life into it.
Yeah.
And that's what inspired me, you know, just listening to him and how he was able to connect with so many people, just actually make them cry, right? Like, you have a song called Dear Mama. Well,
yes.
You listen to that, I mean, you can't help but, you know, go into tears. I mean, it's such an emotional song, and Tupac really made me want to do the same thing, kind of, you know, make music to move people and to have a message with it.
I think that's it. That's the purpose of art. There's I will probably butcher this, but there's a famous line in writing, I don't know who said it, but it's the purpose of art, the purpose of what we do as artists is to make the restless hearts feel at ease and to make the numb hearts feel something, you know, to evoke something in that which does not move or is not compelled by anything.
Oh, definitely.
That's what we have to do. It can be music, it can be painting,
it can be many
literature,
many mediums for sure.
And you were captivated by.
I was.
By rap.
You know, it made me want to make music similar to Tupac, just that has a message. And you know, obviously later down the line, you know, I kind of got into other artists that captivated me as well. You know, you want to talk about just having a consistent rhyme scheme, just being as lyrical as possible. You know, take Eminem for example. Somebody who just has dominated the game since he, you know, got into it back in 1999, and just, you know, his way with words. You know, he has such an amazing vocabulary. Double entendres, his craft is impeccable, immaculate. You know, and also Kendrick too. You know, who's currently like at first it was Tupac, now and then as I went on with my second album, Trials and Tribulations, that whole album is me just biting Kendrick. Just trying to you know, have these weird alien voices, just kind of use different flows, cadences. Kendrick was the one that made me want to do that.
Interesting.
You know, and then it was Jay-Z, Nas, and J. Cole with, you know, the storytelling aspect of it. So at first Tupac's my main influence, but I've taken so much inspiration from all those guys.
Because what I hear now is a lot of like there's very solid and strong and robust storytelling in your rapping, but you also have the capability to switch flows if you want to do the double tempo or use a rhyme scheme that has a lot of assonant rhymes and assonant bars in there, but it just complements everything. And then you have the that goes along, and then you switch it to something that is quicker. And sometimes it feels like it's breaking the flow of things, but it makes sense. It's true to your way of rapping.
Because like if you look at a song like Here Forever, you know, there's a part in that song where the beat switches. There's this sort of like, it breaks kind of the smooth Chinese production that I have going on with that melody, and kind of becomes more kind of this riff that goes in and out. So yeah, I mean, I switched the beat right there because that's that's how you get a listener excited, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how you really, people pay attention to those details. It may not be such a huge detail, but I mean, it does definitely make the song more exciting. It makes them going into the album something to look forward to, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I'm doing that, then that, in the listener's head, they would be like, oh, well, you know, who knows what other stuff you may be bringing with these like 19 other songs.
Yes.
You know?
You showcase your array of abilities and skills in there.
Yeah, I mean, that, Here Forever, the song is, I mean, it says it all.
Yes.
In terms of rapping, in terms of where I'm at right now and where I want to be in the future, and just kind of talking about the whole theme of the album. You know, to live in the ears of the listeners long after I'm gone.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
I think it's a fitting intro for the album.
A fitting intro to the album.
Intro.
I think it is. I think it is. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a nice transition from Here Forever to Future to Reminisce and then Get Up. And City Life kind of tops it beautifully there. And then you go into Alone, Distant, which is Alone and Distance. There's some cool similarities that I like in there because it's your usual natural flow when you're rapping on both of those. You have the complements of both, you know, of me and then the other collab as well on that one. They kind of give it a different spice to the songs.
Honestly, if I want to be honest with you, man, there's a sort of melancholy, sad tone that goes on there.
It's not a conventional beat either.
No, but as I was making this album, there was certainly a part of it. Like once I got to like song 10 and moving forward, I was just like, what do I talk about next? There was definitely definitely a certain spot where I was like, do I want to tap into those, you know, trendy melodic songs?
Yeah.
You know, or do I want to continue kind of making music, you know, tackling certain topics and subject matter that resonates with people, you know, just kind of continue to stick with the theme of the album of resonating and kind of trying to make music that can for sure stand the test of time.
Yeah.
It was tough.
No, yeah, for sure. No, it was a good challenge for myself as well because I would usually, you know, I try to freestyle with beats that are unique and are new and are forcing me to try to come up with new ways of flowing and rapping. And this one was for certain one of them where I had to structure my lines, my verses to your music without losing what I could do, you know. But it was fun. It was fun. I've never done before. Something like that before.
I enjoyed it as well, man.
Yeah.
Like you definitely did your thing. Bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. No, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah. Now, Diana Walter. That was one that it was fun for me to listen to what you were speaking about how it came to be because it wasn't.
Yeah, that song.
It was a collaboration with Magician G.
Magician G, yeah.
Shout out to Magician G. Yeah.
That dude is an incredible spitter. He's talented. Actually, you know, me and him have been trying to collaborate since like spring break, since this past March. But there was just something that came up. I just released Flex, which was a song.
Nice.
Which was a song that I performed live for the first time. That was exciting as well, and we didn't get to it. So then later down the line, he hit me up and was like, "Hey, you want to hop on this song with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then at first I was like, "You know what? Like this dude," and I heard his verses.
Yeah.
If anything, he does not need me on this song, man.
He carries.
No, he does.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We had to transition from place to place because we got kicked out pretty much. You know, we gotta obey schedules. There's not that many rules that we can break.
Like, even if I'm controversy, man, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My name is
not famous like that. Not yet.
Yes, right.
But he will.
I have to
so
abide by the
go
rules.
and check out his latest album, Here Forever, and all streaming platforms. All streaming platforms?
All streaming platforms.
The
whole 9 yards.
Yeah, for sure. Get this man into the, I don't know, what is it good?
The billboards.
A billboard.
Billboard charts, top 100. Let's go.
Goddamn, that's, Well, that's confidence. That's confidence.
I have to, bro.
Okay. Where were we before?
Or
do you want to start from let's start from a random point. Let me pull it up again. So the reason why I'm looking at the phone is because here I have the list of all of the songs.
Full track list.
Yes, the 20 songs here. I think we were talking about Perfect, and then Diana Walter. Yeah, that was the collaboration that we were doing with Magician G. Shout out to Magician G, as always.
Boy.
For sure. After that, there's the other one, Lose Myself. That from Title Town Steve, from the beginning. And there's another one that is Perfect, Lose Myself. Oh, no. Life is Short, Lose Myself, Reflection Part 5, and Last Call. Yeah.
There's many right there.
Yeah, well, Last Call is a little send-off. It's a little outro for the album where I kind of just, give thanks to the people that were a part of it, the producers. I have at least just 3 guys that made some beats for my album.
Yeah.
Epic Rider, Dan May, Donnie
Yes,
Dynamite.
list, yes.
Shout out to those guys for real.
Mm-hmm.
And so just giving thanks to them.
Yeah.
The collaborators.
Recognition.
Exactly.
Too. Yeah.
Because this album, like I was telling you, it's not just about me.
Yeah.
Like I really am trying to celebrate the producers and the features as well, because everybody did their part really for this album. And it's just kind of me giving thanks to the fans, my family, for me making it this far in life, in music.
Yeah.
And just, recognizing the people that were a part of my artistic evolution. And also just touching on the theme of the album, Here Forever. And then, you obviously have Lose Myself, where I kind of talk about just not feeding too much into the music, not taking it too seriously, right? Because, not having an ego from it. I think that's...
Damn, that's hard. That's hard.
Thing.
Yeah, especially in the rap world, bro.
It is, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I know when I've seen, battle rap, the written battles, it's hard to lose that.
Yeah,
that
it's
ego.
Just, it's hard to be humble.
Yeah.
It's tough because you have all this music you've made, and you may feel like, oh, it's like very good music.
Because you gotta project that confidence as well.
You have to have that confidence, and but you really have to at the same time not let that consume you. Like don't let other people see that, oh, this guy thinks he's better than me.
Yeah.
Or, like you coming out and saying that, oh, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, and just completely shitting on everybody else's music and asserting that I'm the best rapper here. My music is 10 times better. It's more artistic, has more substance. I'm just trying not to be that person because
at the end of the day, you can also say that.
Yeah.
But if the public doesn't like it,
it doesn't
like
mean
shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If your audience, if the people that you made this for, is just don't like it, bro. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even with my second album, that was, it's an album that, I like to this day. I had a lot of fun making it, and even with those big hit songs like The Way You Move, How It Goes, One Day, I was just feeling myself. I was like, oh man, I really went out and said to the community that, I'm better than all you guys, and I really just developed this sort of ego, and I was starting to see myself and really seeing my true colors.
See your true color, damn.
This is terrible. I can't be like this. And I think now, because I have the maturity and I've wised up a little bit more, I just want to make this music, and if you like it, cool. If you don't, then that's fine too. I'm not trying to push it on you. I'm not trying to come off as oh, I'm the best artist right now because I made this. I made 20-some songs. I'm just really trying to obviously give yourself credit where it's due, but try to be humble.
Nice.
That's the big thing.
Yeah, and I think I love to see how everything connects on this album, because you touch on that on Lose Myself, but Unity is kind of your antidote to it. You have that venom that could be the ego that you need it. You need it sometimes to have that, like you said, that true confidence in your skills and your abilities. But Unity is you saying, damn, it's not just me. There are more rappers that make up this community. There are more people that make this a cultural movement. There's more people who uphold hip hop as something that, you know, it has its views and stuff like that. It's part of it, but it's more bringing those who did not have a voice, who did not have a say. Those the ones that are, you know, the strays, the ones that do not fit in, the deviants, the underprivileged, the ones that only get, you know, they can play a track that they listen to and then speak to it and speak with style and speak with rhymes and let themselves be heard. And I think that unity is you recognizing that as well.
Yeah. You know,
alongside the branch of respect that you extend in the track hip hop as well.
Exactly.
For that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with unity, it's that's me just basically saying that, you know, as a community, we have to stick together. You know, I think that I've been involved in a couple beefs with a couple guys.
Yeah.
Even with, like, you know, the main guy himself, you know, Phoenix. He's somebody who, man, he really, like, he's the only guy that actually got to me. You know, he went after, like, my family. He called out my mom, my siblings. So it was like he was really getting personal. And there was a point, and he dissed me because I was being, you know, egotistical.
You were being disrespectful.
And, I was being disrespectful to, you know, DJ Jeremy Ray. You know, I know he's watching this, and like, I've also had a conversation with him. I've talked to him, and, you know, bro, I recognize that I was
fucked
wrong.
up. Yeah,
I was wrong. And after, you know, Phoenix dissed me, I started waking up. Like, man, I can't keep acting like this. Because honestly, back then, I didn't have. I mean, I'm not saying my music was garbage. It wasn't bad, but I didn't have the quality. I didn't have the discography that I have now, or I just didn't have the skill set to say that I'm one of the best rappers right now. I didn't have that. So there was no reason for me to say that. And, you know, Phoenix really woke me up. He really, like, he went at my soul.
Yeah.
He went at my soul, and to this day, I respect him for doing that. Because not only did he come with a very original, hard, unapologetic material when he dissed me, but he really, you know, he was responsible for me kind of just leaving the ego and just being more humble. So, you know, shout out to my man Phoenix, you know, for dissing the shit out of me.
Well, the thing is, like,
you know,
if you're in a beef, in a diss track, stuff like that, you're able to hone your penmanship to a different level that you wouldn't if you don't do it right. Yeah, you have to hold your ground when it comes to that.
And you know, I tried to do that with Delicate. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I really just fucked up the mix on it, you know, because I was still trying to improve with mixing, and I made my voice super quiet. It was kind of hard to hear. But
remix coming in the future, boys? Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, but Phoenix, you know, like, I definitely did try to hold my ground for, like, the first round, but then the second round came, he did another diss track, and holy shit, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Back then, but I didn't want to admit that, you know, he already won. I didn't want to admit that, oh no, like, I've already lost.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I put on my Instagram, on my story, I basically said, like, you know what, I'm not gonna waste my time beefing with these people.
Yeah, just licking your wounds. Yeah, that's the thing that you can do.
I'm not gonna waste my time dissing people.
I'm gonna stoop down to your level and then. Alright, everyone, so we're back once again, still on this lovely new set. We are a little bit time constrained, but so it's been a pleasure. We need to do a quick outro so that, you know, this is organic, you know, as people say nowadays, what the kids say, you know, it flows.
There's too many slang nowadays. I don't even know.
I know, I feel like an old man. I think I have to say now, as the kids say, every single time. So.
No, but for sure, bro, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for allowing me to interview you. Yeah, for letting us, not just me, but everyone, all the audience see that part of the rappers and part of the artists that sometimes we don't get to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me to collab. Yeah. I know we've been doing some freestyling here while, you know, down in the videos. It's been dope. It's been great. Check Ricardo and all his new work that's coming up. It was a big project. It was a big project.
Yeah, it was huge.
And it does grant a little bit of a break. You do deserve a break. You do need to recharge, get more input, get more life under your belt.
No, exactly.
And I'm sure that whatever comes next, it's gonna be great.
No, yeah, and like that's that's how great music is made. You know, by just kind of letting the art sit for a minute, taking a break, gaining new experiences, new growth as a human being, and, and then coming back fresh and new with new ideas and talking about those ideas in music.
Yeah,
that's what you have to do. It's very important because it's tough releasing consistently. I mean, you kill yourself.
Yeah, no, of course.
It's tough, man.
All right, give me a highlight of the entire process. What would be the highlight of it, of creating this album? Is it the beginning? Is it the end? Is it just getting it wrapped up and sent, or?
And it's just for everybody to listen to it.
That's the highlight.
That's the highlight.
That's a payoff for you.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
Because because I can just the end result for me is what's most important. Just seeing the people react to it, listening to it, maybe coming back to me via Instagram, or maybe if they, I don't know, find me in person.
Yeah, of course, right? Don't be shy. Say hi.
Yeah. Yeah, and just kind of them telling me personally, okay, like, what did this album do for them, or what's one song they take away, or what resonates with them.
Exactly, because you see the numbers, you see what happens in the platforms, but when it becomes real is when someone outside goes up to you and, like you said, tells you, thank you, this song did something for me.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think that's a great spot to close the interview. Yeah. I hope it could have been longer. We might add some takes and stuff like that. Yeah. So stay tuned. Check out the socials of all the artists that collaborated in this project. It was a big project. It deserves some love. Go comment. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to your Spotify as well. You have your profile there. Send some love my way as well. Escritor Callejero here in the house.
And it's been your boy Controversy.
Controversy.
You know what I mean? This band, we have a collab project soon, next summer, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
we're gonna cause some controversy, boys.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So stay tuned for that, guys. And yeah, man. No, again, thank you very much, because it's not every day that I get to do things like this. So it's beautiful to sit down and talk about music.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So. We'll see you guys when we see you, and this is probably the third goodbye that we've done so far on this take, but alright, we're done.